Guys, Bitcoin is about to absolutely pump. I'm sick of the boring times, I'm sure you are. That's what I'm going to have a chat to you about right now. If that sounds good, hit the like button. For all the new people, hi, my name is Dinny from Bitcoin With Dinny. We're Ireland's first Bitcoin consulting company, and we help people to retire early by teaching them about Bitcoin in a really simple way and helping them to build their own Bitcoin pensions. So the way Bitcoin works is it's boring most of the time, and then it has parabolic moves where everyone's talking about it. But the point there is, it's boring most of the time. Now the key thing that you got to understand with Bitcoin is, there's a saying in investing, and it's time in the market beats trying to time the market. What a lot of people try and do is to try and time Bitcoin. Oh, I'm going to buy it now, I'm going to sell it now. They don't retire early. None of these people will retire early using this strategy. Okay? Time in the market's how you do it. With Bitcoin, there's like 10 key days in Bitcoin's history of 15 years, 10 days, that if you were out of the market for those days, instead of you getting millions of % return, you double your money in 15 years in Bitcoin if you miss those 10 key days. Now, the 11th key day is coming up, and it's coming up really, really soon. How do I know that? Because this is what Bitcoin does. If you do the study, you'll understand it. Better not stay too long here, I'm in the sun. God help me. Guys, if you enjoyed the videos, make sure you hit the like button, throw a comment in, let me know what the weather's like where you are. It's 30 odd degrees here. I'm in Morocco. Out surfing for about 3 hours today. Body is stiff and tired, but I'm not complaining. So, Bitcoin's 11th critical day is coming up. You see, every 4 years Bitcoin has an event called the halving. We've talked about that extensively. It's when the scarcity of Bitcoin increases, and therefore the value of it has to increase, because the more scarce something is, the more valuable it is. Your time on this planet is the most valuable thing you own, because it's the scarcest thing you own. You can't buy more. So with Bitcoin, generally how it works is we have the halving event, then generally after the halving we get a crash. We've had that, and then we just bump along sideways till everybody gets bored and forgets about the fact that Bitcoin is now twice as scarce. And then in the back half of the year, like where we are now, where we're going into now, it starts melting faces with these huge rallies. And I expect normal trend to continue. We've had the boring phase, it's been right on par. Most people are bored of it. All the crypto investors are wrecked. By the way, it's only like 0.00 something 1% of altcoins have outperformed Bitcoin this year. People say to me, Dinny, why don't you talk about low caps? Because I've missed the opportunity on Bitcoin. I haven't a clue. That's why, because most low caps have just lost people money over the last year. Big sigh. Unfortunately, most people won't do the work on Bitcoin, so they try to cheat. They won't do the work, so they just look for the easy way, and they think low caps are going to get them to retire. It won't. It'll just help the VCs and the founders become richer. Because insiders do well off them, not retail. By the time you've heard about it, you're probably 2 years too late. Even if it's a fraction of a penny, you're still 2 years too late. Anyway, there'll be a new cohort of people. They'll all make the same mistakes. They'll all lose their ass, and they'll be gone in the bear market, don't worry. But because we're pre-bull, some of them are here now. They're starting to pop back into the comments. So we've had the boring part, and there's a couple of key things that are going to cause Bitcoin's price to rally now. One, interest rates are coming down. So interest rates come down, global liquidity increases. Bitcoin is basically the arbitrator of global liquidity, meaning the more money in the world is printed by central banks. Remember, a central bank's job is to keep you poor. Maybe that's not their job, but that's basically what they do, and most people don't understand that, and that's why they don't retire early. That's why they work their whole life, because they don't understand money and they don't understand central banking, and therefore they're playing a game they can't win. So as interest rates come down, global liquidity increases. That's a massive catalyst for Bitcoin. Also, we have the business cycle. The business cycle is sort of a 4-year cycle. It falls around the American presidential elections. coincidentally or not, but again, that just means monetary conditions will be a little bit looser, meaning what that basically, when monetary conditions are looser, it means there's more liquidity, more money. Okay, so markets look great, which will help in the election of the current party to retain their seat for, I don't know what I'm saying, Camel for her to get back in. They want markets to be booming, markets to be doing well, stocks to be doing great, and therefore monetary conditions loosen around the time of the presidential election. Again, catalyst for Bitcoin. The third reason is Bitcoin scarcity. You see, what most people don't understand is if the supply of Bitcoin is halved, we don't see a supply shock immediately. Why? Because there's some Bitcoin in the back there on shelves. Exchanges have a stockpile of Bitcoin. But now that there's only half of much available, when those shelves start to deplete, they can't restock them as easily or as quickly. Okay, so then you start to get the supply shock. And then you get the face ripping rallies, and you get the 11th key day in Bitcoin's history that if you miss it, you can never catch up. So there's multiple factors are all coinciding with this time of year. Now the irony is, the boring times is when, as investors, like, I'm super happy when Bitcoin crashes because I get to own more of it. You know, if you like something and it's cheaper, you should want to buy it even more. With financial assets, they're the one thing where retail people who love buying shit, commercial shit, and they love buying commercial shit when it's cheap, but with financial assets, when they're cheap, they don't want to buy them for some reason. They'd much rather pay a high price for them. Crazy, aren't they? Again, no one teaches you how to be an investor in school. Shameless plug, if you're interested in learning, we teach it all in Retire Early Club. We're closed for members, but I'll put a link in the comments of this video when I hop off. Retire Early Club will be open for members sometime later this year. We're full at the moment, but we'll be opening up. So if you're interested in me teaching you all the things that I learned to retire myself under 40, so you can do it too, or under 50, 60, 70, I don't care when you do it. Maybe you're retired now, but you just want to be wealthier. Get yourself onto the wait list of Retire Early Club, because also you want my newsletter. So I teach you every week about Bitcoin, the world's greatest asset, understood by few, so a huge opportunity. So yeah, investment assets are the one thing that people don't like to buy when they're cheap. They love buying them when they're expensive. You know, when the crypto market rallies, everyone's going to flood in. Your friends, family. If you've been here for the last 2 years watching my video, your friends and family are going to want to buy Bitcoin at the very top. When it hits 100k, they're going to be mad for it, and when it hits 200k, they're going to be like taking out loans to buy more. Wait till you see. Wait till you see. Your phone will be hopping if you're a Bitcoiner. Okay, but now that it's quiet, they're not interested. They don't want it cheap. They only want it expensive. Okay? So, everything is coinciding. As I said to you at the beginning of the video, there's 10 key days in Bitcoin. If you missed those 10 key days, your returns go from millions of percent to 100% in 15 years. Instead of you being a multi-millionaire, you just double your money. This is why you must be in the market. This is why you must go through the bad times. And there are no bad times really, as I said, because when Bitcoin's price goes down, I'm happy. And when Bitcoin's price goes up, I'm happy. When it goes down, I get to accumulate more of the asset. And when it goes up, my net worth increases. Okay? So this is how you have to think. You have to transition your thinking. Now, if you don't think like that, you need to really understand Bitcoin. Okay, so if you don't understand it, then you're fearful. You think, oh, it could go away. There's more chance that your bank goes away to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the largest computer network on the planet. It's the largest computer network on the planet. How can that go away? Okay, Bitcoin has more power than the US Navy. How can that go away? But again, most people don't understand it. They just think, or they listen to their friend. And that's why they stay poor. Because if you listen to a poor friend, you're probably not going to get wealthy. If you ask if you don't ask an overweight person how to lose weight, although they might give you some advice, you'd be foolish to listen to them. Okay? So, it's an amazing time It's an accumulation time, but it's coming to an end. I'm not sure when it's going to end, next week, next month, 2 months, 3 months, but I'm certain that the trend will continue as it generally does. The accumulation phase will be over, and then we'll be into the parabolic phase when people will be rushing and making rash decisions and emotional decisions, and ultimately they won't own as much Bitcoin as if they created a plan. So make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. I'll be coming live, I'll be telling you what's happening and when it's happening. And for now I'm going to get in now with this song because I've spent enough time on it today. I'm actually going to meet Asgard today. Asgard is he's on the Bitcoin With Dinny team. Asgard's been working with us for possibly over a year, but I've never met him in person. And he happens to be here in Morocco as well, so we're hooking up tonight for some dinner. That's going to be awesome. Get a picture of him in person, throw it up. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. Make sure you get into the Retired Club waitlist if you've got any friends, family. Get them onto the waitlist and let's teach them about Bitcoin. Everything you know about Bitcoin isn't true. Your bank manager, your accountant, your friends, your money manager, financial advisor, they're all asleep at the wheel. There's one simple fact. Nothing has outperformed Bitcoin for the last 15 years. Nothing. And for the next 15 years, it's not going to change, baby. So whether you like it or not, if you want to retire early, Bitcoin is the secret. Bitcoin is the key. Understanding it was the best decision of my life. It affords me a lot of freedom, a lot of good times, a lot of good experiences. And I think that's available for everybody. I just happened to build my Bitcoin pension a couple of years before. If you're only consuming this and you've only started building your Bitcoin pension, you're only a day in or a week in or a month in or a year in or 2 years in, you're well on your way, baby, for 2 years in. So congratulations to all. Let me know in the comments if you are building a Bitcoin pension. Keep the faith, keep learning, and have a super day, guys. Thanks for being here. Dinny out to give you a little look at my view here. Pretty beautiful.